Welcome to another 2-Minute Tuesday edition of Final Expense Trainer. I'm Doug Massi, and in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about how, what we believe to be true actually affects our success, which is why 10% of the insurance agents actually write 90% of the business. And guys, this is super important because if you don't get this and you don't correct it, you really don't have a chance to be successful at any type of sales business, let alone selling life insurance or final expense sales. But first, give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. We're actually putting out new content every single week if you're new to our channel. And check this out, guys. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the Last Will and Testament along with the Living Will Kit that you're definitely going to want to leave everybody that you sell. There are two things that we're going to address. The first is how we're programmed our entire lives to believe certain things that are just not true. I'll explain in a moment. The second thing is how our mindset must entirely focus on the mission and how with most people it really doesn't. And what I mean by that is very simple. I want you to think about something real quick. Most people get into a new business and they think, well, I have a budget, I have a game plan, let's give it a try and see how we do. And guys, that's fine, but what if you were backed into a corner? You know, you're about to lose your home, you're desperate. If you don't succeed at this new business, you're going to be in big trouble. And this is actually pretty much my situation when Mariana and I first got into the business. Here's what I'm getting at. You tell me, who's going to do better? The guy who's got a budget and a plan is going to give it a try, or the guy or gal who's backed into a corner, and if she doesn't make it work now, she's going to lose everything. This type of desperation will usually bring out the very best in us. The risk of losing everything will just about always trump a game plan where it's not all out on the table. My point, if you want to succeed in any business, you really have to put everything you've got into it. You got to put it all out there, and most people simply don't do that. They'll say they are, they'll say they will, but they really don't. Which is why 90% of the United States workforce actually makes less than $50,000 per year. Be willing to invest financially more than anyone else. Even if you're going to go into debt, you have to work harder than the next person, and you can't give up no matter what. This is the correct mindset for anybody who expects to be successful. Now, as I alluded earlier, you may need to do some deprogramming. Whoa, what the heck is that? Well, throughout our lives, we're basically brainwashed to think certain things that are totally false are actually true. Our teachers teach us that we got to go to college and get a good job. Okay, that kind of makes sense, right? Even though that doesn't work out for most people, as that job consists of you depending on someone else for you to be able to pay your bills. And the other side of the coin on getting that job is your success is usually limited. Our friends and family and the public are also pressuring us to do specific things to be normal. And this is also what we're being fed on the news, social media, advertisements, everywhere. We are inadvertently being brainwashed our entire lives to become average. And that's usually what happens. Here you are somehow watching this video, and you're probably just trying to make enough money to pay your bills, to make ends meet. And if that's true, and that's as far as you get financially, by the time you retire, you're going to be in big trouble. Or you're already in big trouble, and now it's too late, and you're trying to figure out a way out of it. Most people in the United States do not retire with money in the bank. They end up depending on the government for their monthly Social Security check to get by, which isn't even enough to pay their bills in probably most cases. Guys, the good news is we can stop the bad brainwashing nonsense right now. You can change the direction you're headed today by reprogramming yourself with the proper mindset for success. How? Well, first, you have to accept that a lot of things you believe in that make us all normal and healthy participants in society is nonsense and needs to be changed. 1, no more depending on others for work. You have to eat what you kill. 2, stop behaving like a sheep. You're gonna have to do what most of the people around you are not willing to do. 3, invest into yourself, financially and physically. Put it all out there. Put it all on the table. And 4, sacrifice everything. If you start to behave and treat your business like you have everything to lose for just a few short years of your life, then one day you'll never have to sacrifice anything again, ever. For a copy of the Last Will and Living Will kits that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For information on joining our final expense sales team, just shoot me an email at that same address, guys. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.